I'm shocked. I'm shocked. These are so...
You know, right from the start of this channel, I've been asked so many times what I thought of UNIQLO Selvedge Denim.
And my answer always had to be the same. I don't know. I've never actually taken a closer look.
Today, we're going to change that. Find UNIQLO near me. I mean, I get it, Selvedge Denim is expensive. If you ask me for my recommendations, I'd say 150, 170, and then it just goes crazy from there. So a pair of jeans that cost 50 bucks seems like a pretty good deal. But I think the most important question is, are they any good? And since they're UNIQLO 5 minutes from my office, it's pretty easy to find out. Okay, I am now the proud, or at least I'm the owner of a pair of UNIQLO Selvedge Denim jeans. Right, let's get all the lights turned on so it looks kinda semi-professional, and let's take a look at these jeans. I also got some socks. They've got a collab with JW Anderson at the moment, and some of the stuff's really good. Scheiße! Now, it's been a while since I've done a jeans review, and it's a jeans review, not a socks review. And also, why am I still wearing a jacket? As I was saying, it's been a while since I've done a jeans review, so I will try to keep this as concise as possible. Something that I've not been too good at in the past. Right, so these jeans, they are part of the UNIQLO U collection. There seems to be a bunch of different subsections in the UNIQLO offering. There's Selvedge Denim, then there's Stretch Selvedge Denim. The Stretch Selvedge Denim seem to be in the slimmer skinny fits, which it really makes sense. Skinny fits are definitely not my fit, and I'm much more interested in seeing what their non-stretch Selvedge Denim is like rather than the stretch Selvedge Denim. And right off the bat, I'm super impressed with what this denim is like. Like really, it kind of reminds me of the denim that I had in my first pair of nudies. So it's very uniform, it's very tightly woven. It doesn't have a lot of character in it, but you get to put the character in yourself, that's kind of the point. It's way better than I thought it was going to be. Like, a lot better. Any other time I've seen Selvedge Denim from one of these big brands like, I don't know, H&M or whatever, it's been garbage. It lacked any kind of feeling of quality, it lacked any differentiation from the other denims that they were offering. So there was no way that I was going to recommend that. This, on the other hand, so far, at least in the denim, for what you're paying, I paid 50 euros for this. That's really nothing. It's amazing. I'm so far, like this, I'm really impressed with. I'm moving on to hardware. Okay, so the buttons, or button, because it says they got zip fly. The button is plain, simple, unbranded, which is kind of the whole point of UNIQLO, just simple, classic basics. It's good quality, it's very solidly set. That's good, that's great, really. And then, as I said, zip fly. I'd always like to see a button fly, but yeah, zip fly here. It's a YKK zipper. Seems like a good size, good gauge. Seems solid enough. If you fold it down properly, it's not going to slip. Then on to what's next? Pockets. The pockets here look a little bit small. The pocket opening here looks a little bit small. I'll have to see what that's like when I try them on. I didn't really try that when I tried them on in the cabin. But yeah, just at a glance here, I don't know. I'm going to see what that's like. It might be that they look small because the coin pocket is so huge, and that's, yeah, the coin pocket's really big. Inside, there's no small detailing like the hidden selvage inside of the coin pocket that I know a lot of brands go for. But I mean, it's a nice thing to have, but it's completely unimportant. I like the way that it's been sewn on with running the stitching down from the belt. Yeah, let's have a look at the pocket bags or on at the pockets. It's yeah, a natural ecru cotton twill. It's not the lightest that I felt, but it's certainly not the heaviest that I felt. It's okay. It's going to do a turn. I don't know if that's really going to last as long as the rest of the jeans are going to, but it's not as bad as I've seen, but not as good as I'd like. Sticking to the front and the belt loops, wide enough to accommodate most belts, I would say. They're solidly put on. They're not tucked underneath the waistband or anything like that, but that's, again, that's something I'd only expect to see in much higher end, much more expensive jeans. Then we'll go over to the back of the jeans. It's a traditional 5-pocket design. So there's 2 pockets in the back. They seem like a good size. Unlined, of course. The rise on this, I'd put this around about a mid-rise. The pockets themselves seem like a decent enough size. 1 second. Yeah, that's a good enough size to fit my wallet in. No worries at all. I don't know what else to say. They're pockets. They seem to be pretty solidly put on. I'm fine with that. What did I normally move on to after this? Down at the hem, maybe. Let's go to the hem. This is when you get to see the selvage for the first time. It's a pink line selvage. I don't know if Momentaro is going to be annoyed about that. Again, there's all these like little surprises that these jeans throw up. It's a very narrow selvage. I don't know what you call that. Like where the selvage meets each other there. On cheaper jeans, it tends to be very wide. I think that's something to do with the machines that they're feeding it through. Here it's nice and narrow, like it is on the higher end repro pieces. So that looks really good. Also, I feel like a big wide bit here for the selvage always looks a little bit cheaper, but this looks good. It looks classy. So all of the jeans, all of them that were stacked up, had been sort of pre-cuffed to show off the selvage line. That I feel is a bit annoying because you're never ever going to get this crease out. That's always going to be there, even if you want to just wear them without having a little bit of cuff. But I guess they think that if you're buying selvage denim from Uniqlo, you want to show off the selvage. So yeah, that's first negative thing I've found about that, but that's not really anything to do with the jeans. They've been flat felt as well, so really clean on the inside. Again, something I'd only expect from much more expensive jeans. And there's a chain stitch going all the way around. The chain stitch, I'd rather see this a little bit narrower. That's just personal preference. It doesn't make that much difference because I'm certain that this denim's been sanforized. It makes a bit of difference with unsanforized denim because the narrower this fold is here, the more roping you're going to get. There's more sort of tugging, there's more tension put on the denim then. So I don't think you're going to get too much roping. You're not going to get too much interesting texture right here. But that's me being very nitpicky. Really, very nitpicky. Again, I keep coming back to it. I'm super impressed with these jeans. Let's have a look at the inside. And because the inside is where... That's where the jeans tell their truth. So the sloppiness, if there's been any sloppiness in the manufacturing, shows in the inside. We get a proper look at the pocket bags. Talked about that before. Not that impressive. That was just a tiny bit of loose thread, nothing important. They're clean. They're really totally clean. This is Just very, very surprising. Clearly, somebody who really knew what they were doing, who had quite a lot of experience. What was that for? Who had quite a lot of experience put these jeans together. There's not a loose thread. There is not any sloppy stitching. I'm trying to find something to nitpick on this, but I can't. I really can't. Got a woven label here. The branding is very, very minimal on these jeans. Woven label using indigo thread on the outside, so you're not really going to see it. Have they just doubled up on a piece of denim here to reinforce the outer belt loops? It seems like that. Again, an interesting attention to a detail that I've not seen in other jeans. If that's what this little piece of fabric is for, but I can't imagine what else it's for. They've not done that anywhere else, but okay, they might. This is really interesting, I have to say. So at the back here, where the belt loop is sewn on, because it is on the felled seam here, it is getting put through, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of denim, so that's going to be pretty solid there. And up at the top here, 2 layers of denim with the waistband that's been folded over. On the belt loops on the front, they have got the pocket bags to reinforce them. But the belt loops at the side, I guess they thought, okay, there's only 1 layer of denim where we're going to sew this on, so let's put a little bit of reinforcement on there. I've never seen that before on any jeans, and the first thing to really go on my first project pair, a pair of nudies, was exactly that this belt loop just ripped out, like completely took a big lump of the fabric with it as well. If you're on the fence about getting into raw denim, just go out and get a pair of these. These are amazing jeans. Right, okay. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. These are so good. These are really so good. Let's have a look at how they fit, because that's going to be a big determining factor for a lot of people. Okay, wait a minute. There's something conspicuously missing on these jeans that I think I've just lost any kind of credibility that I had. I didn't bring this up sooner. To get the back into. The studio is fantastic, but it is very, very small, so I've got to rearrange furniture all the way, and I was on the way to rearranging the furniture for doing the body shots when I noticed this. There's no rivets. 0 rivets. No rivets at all. Which is not the worst thing in the world. It's not. I mean, rivets are pretty much superfluous for what these jeans are meant to be. A chain stitch to reinforce the stress areas is just as good as they ever have to be. And I guess that's one place that they can really save a lot of time and money and energy. And honestly, they don't look that bad without them. I always thought that rivets needed to be like a punctuation point around about a pair of jeans, but these look completely fine without them. They look so fine without them that I didn't notice that they didn't have them. That's my excuse. Fit is good. It really is a very nicely proportioned, very nicely cut pair of jeans. They are a straight leg, but they are towards that kind of, it's the best way to put this, contemporary straight leg that seems to be really on trend just now. So really quite full throughout the jeans. It's not quite the straight fit if you think towards like a Levi's 501 or something like that. I don't really know where the difference is. Maybe it's something to do with the rise, but there definitely is a difference. This is a very contemporary silhouette, but still very, very comfy, very easy, it's just a very nicely well proportioned fit, and I think it looks good. Rise wise, it's a mid-rise, definitely. And then you've got plenty of room through the thighs, and there's not much of a taper going down towards the leg opening. And speaking of that leg opening, as I mentioned before, they seem to sort of pre-fold to show off the selvage with every single pair of jeans. And they only seem to come in one leg length, which is normal for selvage denim, but usually that comes in like a leg 36. These, I mean, I've got very, very short legs and like a penguin mall torso. These are maybe a 32 and cuffed a 30. I think that's, unless you really want to do this kind of like high water look, which again I'm all in favour for. If you're over, what am I, 183, 6 foot-ish? If you're over that, then you're going to have no choice apart from to either cuff them down and see that that crease going around, or they're going to be like, yeah, you're going to be showing quite a lot of ankle. No bad thing, but I'd have liked to have seen more variations in the leg length. Maybe on the website there is more variations in the leg length, but I couldn't find any in the store. What it comes down to is this. Come back to the initial question that I asked at the beginning of this video. Are UNIQLO Selvage Denim jeans any good? And I have to say, yes, they are. For what you're getting, actually no. Just in general, they're a very, very good pair of jeans. But for what you're getting for the price, that's really, really, it's amazing. They are a very well proportioned pair of jeans. They're very well fitting pair of jeans. The construction quality is on a par with the very, very best I've ever seen. Jeans that cost 5-6 times as much as these. If you're on the fence about getting into selvage denim, into raw denim, then try it with these. Really, you don't have to spend a couple of $100 to see if you're into it. You can see, you can go along, you can buy a pair of these, and I think this would make a very, very good first project pair. And when you are ready to move on a little bit from the entry level, and you don't want to like shell out a bunch of cash, check out this video here that I did on 5 selvage denims that are under €100, $100.